carry forward this movement. It's a big plus for our nation. We're learning from outside, but applying it in our own country. And that's a fantastic thing we can do. Poultry India is the only exhibition where पूरी stamp है Make in India की. That is the advantage of Poultry India. It's Make in India, 100%, 100% Make in India. And uh, everyone has said so many things about and would like to endorse it that yes, it's a fantastic movement, it's a fantastic showcasing, more than 45,000 people attending, and now it's acclaimed internationally also. Uh, if you're showcasing in Poultry India, you don't need to showcase anywhere else in the world if you want to actually promote your products. And that's the level which Poultry India is going to. I'm sure, sir, in the near future, you would cross more than a lakh of people attending. So I would like to wish you all the best for that. Having said that, as you all know, the feed recorded feed the manufacturing is around 60 million metric ton. Just say 40 million metric ton is purely poultry. So that is the importance of poultry. Having said that, we are very buoyant about the sector. It's growing 8 to 10%. But is it sustainable? Do we have the raw materials available to maintain this growth? I think, sir, नॉलेज डे में और सब एसोसिएशंस को इसमें एक होना पड़ेगा टू थिंक अबाउट व्हाट्स इट फॉर द फ्यूचर all 14 associations have got together and done a corn survey which is being headed by Naveen. So we will know the situation of the corn, kitni requirement hogi. A lot of people have projected about in 2040 and 2047, what will be the, if we continue with this pace, what will be the feed production, what will be the requirement of corn, soybean meal, and the byproducts of the oilseed industry, which is the main ingredient for our sector. So, sir, this will be a continuous effort, and I think um, it, we have to be together in speaking in a single voice, one voice, and try and address all these issues. Um, recently, there was a delegation of Clifton with all office bearers went to US to understand how farming is done. I mean, their scale is completely another level. हमारा कौन का production है 3.5 ton per acre. उनका है 12 मेट्रिक टन पर एकड़. I mean, 4 गुना. अगर हमारी ये प्रोडक्टिविटी आ जाए, तो फ्रॉम नेट इंपोर्टर अगर हम होने वाले फ्यूचर में अब फिर से एक्सपोर्टर बन जाए. So we need to think on that also कि भाई GM crop is the answer या what is the answer. So सर जो आप ये सागर मंथन की बात कर रहे थे knowledge day पे, I think it's very important. We have to keep talking about this subject and we have to keep continuing this narrative. And I would just like to congratulate Poultry India again for starting such a brilliant movement. And I'm sure media press will recognize this, and we all associations are together in this, talking for the sector in one voice. Thank you.
थैंक यू गुलाटी जी, धन्यवाद. अब मैं अनुरोध करूंगा डॉक्टर रविंदर रेड्डी साहब से, जो कि तेलंगाना से है, उनके बारे में, उनके एसोसिएशन के बारे में भी थोड़ी बात करें और एग्जीबिशन की भी बात करें. ग्रुप में लेके डॉक्टर रविंदर रेड्डी, जनरल सेक्रेटरी, तेलंगाना पोल्ट्री ब्रीडर्स एसोसिएशन.
Morning to all. I represent Telangana Poultry Breeding Association, and this breeding association is one of the oldest associations in India in poultry. Way back in 1988, our association was formed. Is from Hyderabad, Sheikh Mohammed Harban Singh ji. So a lot of eminent. We have close to 120 breeders in Hyderabad, and about 4 to 5 hatcheries are already into processing of poultry, and they are able to supply chilled and frozen chicken in Hyderabad. And Telangana has been pioneering. They have been doing pioneering work in Indian poultry and giving a lot of eminent personalities in poultry like Dr. Ram Subbareddy, PV Rao, a lot of scientists have come from this university who have done before and who have been doing good work for the industry. We have close to three veterinary colleges in Telangana, one in Hyderabad, Warangal, and Kolkata. And we produce almost 650 veterinarians every year. And in earlier days, during our times in 80s, not many people were coming into industry. But now that almost 20% of the students come to private sector. And talking about the poultry industry, I mean, Poultry India that is being organized in Hyderabad, the IPMA, conducted by IPMA. We are proud to host this great show in Hyderabad. This is the largest and best show in Hyderabad we conducted. And not only the from India, Asia, and world over, we get visitors. As Suresh Reddy sir just now said, everybody's dream is to see Atlanta show. I was visited Atlanta Show 2004, 21 years back, and we thought that's the best. And this year again in 25, I visited after 21 years gap just to see. We have been claiming that everybody is saying that Hyderabad is the best. We wanted to see that, and we went all the way to US. The weather challenges are so many during that time in January. Besides that, we need to pay entry fee of close to 12,000 rupees to enter the show. And what we have already seen is that besides poultry, there are other animals, or the ducks and other species also are included. And what is relevant to us is not much there. Definitely, there are good things to learn, but compared to Hyderabad, there are so many things which are not directly applicable to us. So Hyderabad is show is the best. And coming to the contributions of our Indian Poultry Show that is conducted by IPEMA, it is 100% non-profit organization as a opportunities coming for the veterinarians. Coming to the World Egg Day that we conduct every second Friday of every October in Hyderabad and all over India. VIP also has been doing a great work in this, and our Poultry India is supporting us in encouraging these World Egg Day programs. Participants, the media should people also should know that uh, the nutritive values of egg and chicken are not very well known to the consumer. The responsibility also lies on us, and we have taken it as a utmost important thing today. And we are going to continue to work on this, educating our consumers about the nutritive value of eggs and chicken. And for this World Egg Day program, we made a special effort also to have the students' competitions to prepare posters or the some kind of reels which students are going to make, they themselves are going to make, which are going to be very interesting and easy to understand for the consumers. Like the Rose Cow has become so popular, it was selected as one of the best ads in India also. So similarly, you are encouraging the youngsters, the new generations of egg and chicken, which we'll be doing next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. I now request Mr. Naveen Pashupati from Karnataka to speak few words.
Uh, Morning to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Um, this is a large trade show, and it's a great initiative. And 17th year, and I saw the curtain raiser on the. I would say it's a teaser document. What they do when Kantara wants to get released, they release a teaser document. And I said, this is like when Kantara teaser document. And Uday just laughs on the WhatsApp message. Anyway, it's a great show. For us, I come from Karnataka, and I represent the Karnataka Poultry Farmers and Breeders Associations. We're not as big as Hyderabad and AP and Telangana in terms of membership. We are about 85 members. Each member is a large operator in the state. Um, us from Karnataka, it's like a picnic trade show. Really like a picnic. We send all of our sales representatives, we send all of our management team to go and interact with the other people in the sector, to go and see what technology is available in feed manufacturing, in transportation, logistics, Internet of Things, and also interact. It's a socializing platform for people from our sector. networking platform. I think a lot of things can happen. And one of the things that also happens is all association leadership team also comes to one place and they stand across the coffee table, lunch table, dinner table. They discuss about the most important things and they reach certain conclusions. I will not get too much into the statistical data of poultry. I always want to use a word called we are animal agriculture. We really are animal agriculture. One thing I would like to make a request on this platform to the media, to the government of India, is of late when the government of India is negotiating deals with other countries, they are only mentioning about machwari, which is your fish farming, and they only mention about dairy. They never mention about poultry as a word. And it sends me as a sector because the poultry of the all animal agriculture, I stand to be corrected, is the fastest growing animal agriculture. And the cost of protein per gram in poultry is most competitive compared to aqua, lamb, mutton, and beef and pork. So we are really doing economies of scale, technology, innovations. ERP packages are rolled out in so many companies. Massive investments are happening in information technology, software, hardware. So I request the government to please put in a word called poultry whenever you talk about fisheries and dairy. And and that is one request I would like to make on this platform. The second request I would like to make is it's a great initiative by Mr. Dumar sir and Uday sir and the team organizing. I said, why are they doing this curtain raiser in Delhi? What's the intention? And then during interaction, he said, I think I spoke to ma'am also there. She said, we want antenna. We want eyeballs. So if you really want eyeballs of the government of India, I am of the suggestion that it's a great initiative. Please continue doing the curtain raiser in Delhi. But our sector, animal poultry agriculture sector, we have import export of vitamins. So we have connections and transactions with Ministry of Commerce. Secondly, we also do a lot of import export of raw materials depending on the supply demand in the sector. So we need to work with Ministry of Agriculture and obviously our mother industry. So the next year, my feeling is a great initiative to make this to increase the antenna of our sector and visibility of this sector and size of this sector. Maybe joint secretaries or secretaries of three of these ministries should be there because I don't know if Ministry of Agriculture knows how big we are. I don't know if Ministry of Commerce knows how important we are in generating rural employment. And many of our raw materials in poultry, we pay GST. The end product has no GST. So we are actually contributing to the exchequer of the government. We're not taking a credit. Your vaccines, your animal health products, your soy, so many things we are doing. Now, insurance, many of the poultry companies are taking to their employees, though GST on personal insurance is exempted in the recent, but group insurance is not exempt. So still we pay 18% on group insurance and healthcare benefits that we extend to all the ground crew working in all the poultry companies. That's the contribution to the exchequer. So I don't think government knows how we are impacting digital India. See, prior to demonetization, I was telling Mr. Anil Dumal sir when we were talking, we all grew up in poultry. People used to come to our office with belts around the waist. They used to open the belt and the cash used to drop uh, on the table. And that's how the transactions were happening in trade. Cash transactions. You know, people used to pay in cash and used to remit to the bank. Post demonetization, the poultry sector has brought all the traders across India. 90% of the traders are compliant with digitization. They've got bank accounts, they've got KYC. So we are really, really making things happen Having a policy on theory in Delhi is one part. Execution and making it happen is another part. Sector has really brought in tremendous financial discipline amongst the poultry farming community, amongst the breeders, hatcheries, feed plant, raw material suppliers, traders. Entire chain is getting digitized. The transactions are all NEFT, RTGS. Everything is monitored across the digital platform. So we are doing so much. I request the press to shout loudly and request government humbly say, please increase poultry word when you talk about anything in the press. We are also part of animal agriculture, and we are a large part of animal agriculture compared to others. So with that, I wish you a great show. All the best, and we'll all be there. And I hope you cross 50,000 this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you very much for your encouraging words. We have a guest, Mr. Ramesh Khatri, Chairman of Poultry Federation of India, and Mr. S.P. Singh sir from VH Group. I request our President to please honor them.
I would request Mr. Rajesh and Siddharth to please come on stage.
I correct. Yeah. Mr. Laka. SS Laka.
कट करिए वो
SS Laka.
कट करिए वो आगे चलो वो तुम आगे वाली पे आ जाओ नहीं वो गए उधर जूम आउट करके चेक करना जूम आउट हो गया नहीं भाई जी मैंने तो कब का कर दिया जूम आउट यार तुम्हारे में अलग दिखा रहा है फिर
I now request Dr. Santosh from Vets in
मेरे
Poultry
पास से देखना
Association
गए ना
to speak a few words.
चलो लाइव पे हो गया
Good morning, everyone. Respected panel and the great audience and the reporters.
चलो बाबा
Thanks, Duman sir and Uday sir for giving this opportunity. I'm Dr. Santosh Shire, representing VIP Vets in Poultry, globally one of the largest veterinarian platform working in the poultry, more than 1,600 veterinarians altogether. So, under the leadership of our beloved President Dr. Ajay Deshpande sir, we are growing. And as a technical association, is doing their role best to contribute to the poultry. Being in India, we should have one nation, one show. And thanks for this theme to the respected dignitaries keeping this theme for the Poultry India. Why Poultry India? Before starting, I just take 2 minutes. For anything, what we believe to the common man is a perception, and this perception or narrative is set by the you guys, the media, the important media, either it may be press media, electronic media, print media, everything. So till now, the Western world is setting the narrative through their agendas and pushing us on the world. But now is the time for the India, the new Bharat. If the Silicon Valley is set by the Indians, why it not be done into the India? Just like that, we humbly request the media to be give importance to the Poultry India, this show, and why it is important in India. I just highlight few of the facts which everyone knows. We are the globally second largest in egg production, fourth in a chicken. And the most important, we have 40 billion mouths to feed. Proudly, we are the least per gram protein cost in India. So affordability is more important, and that we are giving. Approximately 17 to 20% of our children, they are underweight of the standards. And for that, poultry is important in terms of the chicken and eggs. We are providing that. Indian poultry is scientifically growing at the rate of 8 to 10%. But what's more important? The important is our growth involved approximately 80 lakhs of the employments directly and indirectly. So this is a 2.5 lakh crores of the sector which contributing majorly to our agri-business as a processing industry. So poultry consumes the 70% to 80% of the maize and 40 to 50% of the soya produced by our farmers. So all this together come under one platform, that is Poultry India. And you guys all are invited to visit Poultry India, realize what is a Indian poultry, how we are growing scientifically. It is the largest show in Southeast Asia, I would say. So the prince has an important role to shape the narrative, and it's time to show the strength of the Indian poultry through your eyes, through your talent, and through your pain. So really humbly request Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Santosh. I now request Mr. Pravin sir, Vice President of the North India Bar Association. आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप आपके हिंदी में या हरियाणवी में जो भी है उसमें बात कीजिए और अच्छा लगेगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। सबसे पहले तो जो अपने मैनेजमेंट साहब की है, कृपया एसी की थोड़ी गर्म करे, हमें इतनी आदत नहीं है ठंड में रहने की। हम किसान लोग हैं, हमें गर्मी पसंद है, तो ठंड हो गई तो दिक्कत में आ जाओगे सब। तो मेरी मैनेजमेंट साथी से कृपया थोड़ी इसको एसी को गर्म किया जाए। तो यहाँ पर उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य व्यक्तियों को और मेरे प्यारे मीडिया साथियों, सबको मेरा नमस्कार। साथियों, आप सबको पता ही है, किसी भी बिजनेस को सक्सेस करने के लिए हमें उसमें टाइम टाइम पर सुधार करने पड़ते हैं, नए उपकरण टेक्नोलॉजी को योग में लेना पड़ता है। और यदि हम टाइम के हिसाब से उसमें चेंज नहीं कर पाए तो हम शायद आज के कंपटीशन के युग में कामयाब नहीं होंगे। तो हमें जो ये पोल्ट्री इंडिया एक्सपो है, इन सब की पूर्ति हमारी वहीं से हो जाती है, क्योंकि यह इंडिया का सबसे बड़ा पोल्ट्री का जो व्यापार मेला है और इसमें हमें नई नई जो उपकरण है, टेक्नोलॉजी है, वैक्सीन है, मेडिसिन है, सब देखने को मिलता है। और मेरी तो ये सोच है, जब भी इस तरह का कोई पोल्ट्री एक्सपो या मेला या कोई भी बड़ी मीटिंग हो तो हमें उसे एक फेस्टिवल की तरह मनाना चाहिए और हम सबको उसमें जाना चाहिए, ताकि हमें एक दूसरे का जो पता लग सके भाई क्या क्या दिक्कतें आने वाली है और क्या क्या हम उसमें सुधार कर सकते हैं। टाइम से पहले हमें सब वहां से मालूम हो जाता है। और अपना इंडिया देश बहुत बड़ा देश है और यहाँ पर हर स्टेट की अलग अलग लैंग्वेज है, लेकिन हमारी पोल्ट्री की एक ही लैंग्वेज है कि हम कैसे कम से कम खर्चे में अपने मुर्गियों को या अपने जो प्रोटीन है उसको तैयार कर सके और एक बेस्ट से बेस्ट प्रोटीन तैयार करके कम खर्चे में वो अपने जो समाज को उसको प्रदान कर सके, ताकि हमारा एक स्वस्थ समाज का योगदान उसके और हम उसमें थोड़ी हेल्प कर सके। तो मेरी लास्ट में यही रिक्वेस्ट है साथियों, जहां तक आप मीडिया की बात जाती है, हर व्यक्ति को, हर पोल्ट्री से जुड़े व्यक्ति को इसके बारे में बताना चाहिए कि यह इसमें हमें नई नई उपकरण, नई नई मशीनें, नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी देखने को मिलेंगी। और साथ ही साथ जो हमारे पोल्ट्री में, हमारे मुर्गी में या अपने ब्रीडिंग फार्म में कोई भी जो दिक्कत आ रही है, किसी भी बीमारी की, किसी भी कुछ चीज की, वहाँ अच्छी से अच्छी कंपनी आती है अपने विचार वहां रखने चाहिए और अपने विचार रखकर अपने बिजनेस में सुधार करना चाहिए। तभी हम आज के कंपटीशन के युग में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं और टिके रह सकते हैं। किसी भी बिजनेस को ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाना तो आसान काम है, लेकिन उसको वहां तक बनाए रखना वो सबसे कठिन कार्य है। उसके लिए हमें अपने बिजनेस में सुधार करने पड़ते हैं। इसके लिए रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं सभी साथियों को वहां दूर पहुंचे। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। मैं अब श्री नवाब अली सर से बात करूंगा, रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो 2 शब्द कहें। Mr. Nawab Ali is from UP, President UP Poultry Farmers Association.
हमारे सब साथी मंच पे बैठे थे, सम्मानित सदस्य, हमारे पत्रकार बंधु, मीडिया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के साथी, जैसा कि अभी सब लोगों को सुन रहे थे हम लोग, बहुत सी बातें आप लोगों ने सुनी, नई नई बातें हमारे शुक्ला जी ने नॉलेज डे के बारे में बताया, जो कि बहुत ही ज़रूरी पार्ट है, जो भी हम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग अटेंड करेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे। हमारे नवीन जी ने बहुत अच्छे सजेशन दिए, आप लोगों ने सब सुने, बहुत ही अच्छा लगा उनकी बातों को सुन के। हम लोग यूपी उत्तर प्रदेश पोल्ट्री फार्मर एसोसिएशन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, जहाँ पे अभी बहुत गुंजाइश है पोल्ट्री की, और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से भी काफ़ी मदद मिल रही है। इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी है, 30,000 बर्ड के यूनिट लगाने पे करीब 40 लाख रुपए की इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी मिलती है। अभी हम लोग जो जितनी यूपी में ज़रूरत है अंडे की, उसका मेरे ख्याल से 50-60% ही हम लोग वहाँ कर रहे हैं, बाकी सब दूसरी जगह से आता है। बाकी पोल्ट्री इंडिया जिस तरह से काम कर रहा है, हम लोग हमेशा उनके साथ जुड़े हैं, और हमें कहते हुए बहुत अच्छा लगेगा कि हमें वहाँ पोल्ट्री इंडिया का जो प्रेसिडेंट मिला है, स्मार्ट और हैंडसम और बहुत ही एक्टिव है। तो हम हमेशा एक यकीन दिलाते हैं, आप हमें जब भी जरूरत होगी हम उनके साथ खड़े रहेंगे। पोल्ट्री इंडिया का हमेशा साथ रहेंगे, पूरी एसोसिएशन हम लोगों के साथ रहेगी। किसी के साथ बहुत दामन वक्त में गुंजाइश नहीं कि बहुत लंबी चौड़ी तकरीर की जाए, तो हम इसलिए आप लोगों के साथ कोशिश करेंगे कि आप लोग पोल्ट्री को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कवर करिए, गवर्नमेंट तक बातें पहुंच सके। बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं, जैसे अभी आपका एग्रीकल्चर में आता है, लेकिन जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मिलती है वो कमर्शियल रेट पे मिलती है, जबकि वो एग्रीकल्चर किसान रेट पे मिलना चाहिए। तो बहुत सी बातें सब छेड़ेंगे तो बड़ी लंबी चौड़ी तकरीर हो जाएगी। इसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया पोल्ट्री इंडिया का, जो सबको हम लोग को इन्वाइट किया, और आपको यकीन दिलाते हैं कि हम लोग नवंबर वाले नॉलेज डे से लेकर सब तक वहाँ मौजूद रहेंगे, अपने और साथियों के साथ भी। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
धन्यवाद सर। पोल्ट्री इंडस्ट्री, मैं पोल्ट्री इंडस्ट्री से 1979 से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। उस टाइम का जो लेबर था, फैक्ट्री में काम करने वाले लेबर, 8 घंटे में काम करने के बाद उनको 3 या 4 रुपया मिलता था। 79 का स्टोरी है ये। आज वही फैक्ट्री का आदमी कम से कम 700 रुपये लेता है, यानी कितनी गुना इन्फ्लेशन हो गया है। और हमारा अंडे का रेट या चिकन का रेट जो है वो कितना बड़ा है। 79 में वो रहता था 16 रुपया किलो, अभी जो है वो 100 रुपया किलो तक पहुंच रहा है। यानी हम लोग खाली 8 गुना बढ़े हैं प्राइस में, जबकि इन्फ्लेशन जो 4 या 5 रुपए का आदमी था उसको 700 रुपया देना पड़ता है। यानी वो कम से कम 100 गिने के ऊपर बढ़ गया है। और हमारा इसका मतलब ये हो गया कि हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा इफिशिएंट बन गए हैं, और हम लोग प्राइस इतना अच्छा कंट्रोल किए हैं। और जो कंपेयर बहुत कम है, हमको बहुत कम मान्यता मिल रही है और इसी पॉइंट को लेके मैं तरुण श्रीधर जी से अभी बात करूंगा कि वो गवर्नमेंट जो भी Tarun Shri was also heading secretary's words and advice and guidance will definitely help all of us.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. See, I am not from the poultry sector, so I will be giving my very independent observations. We are interacting with the media today, and I think after you've heard the speakers before me, there should be a lot of questions in your mind. Why am I here? I retired from the government more than 6 years back. But for the last 6 years, somehow I developed the passion for the entire animal husbandry sector, which includes poultry and also fisheries. Because I found when I was in government that the level of awareness and knowledge about the entire livestock sector within and outside the government is very poor. In fact, in all sections of society, there is very little awareness about how important the entire animal husbandry, or as you call it, animal agriculture sector is. The speakers before me have highlighted certain figures, etc. I would like to reiterate some of them. You see, except for some journals dedicated to poultry or livestock sector, you don't find mention of poultry in any mainstream publication or media, except when there is an outbreak of bird flu. And that is the time we don't want media attention because that gives negative publicity and causes a lot of damage to the sector. Further, I find that almost 100% of news and analysis about avian influenza, or as we call it in common parlance, bird flu, generates a lot of unnecessary alarm and misgivings about the sector, thus